My name is Roger Holmes. I am the Executive Vice President of Operations for Georges Media. We produce all of our advanced sections and community sections during the day. At night, that starts around 7 o'clock in the morning. We wrap up around 4 o'clock in the evening. Our night shift begins at 4 p.m. where we will fire up the New York Times and then go to all of our daily newspapers. And we conclude around 1 a.m. with the Advocate. So the raw materials that are essential for the printing process are newsprint, ink, plates, and water. You got to have all four of those before you can produce a newspaper. Our number one expense besides payroll is newsprint.
This is our reel room. What we do down here is we put rolls of paper into the press. So whenever we're up and running on the press, we actually do not have to stop. We have 4 different widths of paper, and we have multiple thicknesses of paper. It depends on what the customer asks for. So we always try, of course, to give the customer what they request. And then, like I said, once we put the rolls in, we just keep it running. We can get roughly 24,000 copies of any product off of one roll. These are our storage inks back here. We have 2 large black ink tanks, both of which can hold 40,000 pounds of ink. And then we have the cyan, the magenta, and the yellow ink tanks. Each of those tanks can hold around 14,000 pounds worth of ink. And then we receive our ink through outside through 18-wheelers that'll pull in. They'll pump in the ink and they'll go straight to our storage tanks. And then there's also 4 pipes that go up and they'll go to the press. And that's actually what feeds the ink to the press.
So the workflow from news to press is pretty simple. Every night they'll send us a PDF for each page, right? And that PDF goes to one of our servers, which takes it and separates it into 4 different colors, right? The 4 basic colors that we print with: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Okay. So once those separations are done, each color is for that page is output on an aluminum plate with an image, and our press operators hang that plate into position on the press, respective of the page position and the color.
What we have is the plates that were output earlier in our pre-press department. We hang them on these cylinders. That's where they pick up the ink and it's transferred onto the paper. You pick up your cyan and magenta, and then it picks up the yellow and the black through these color towers. You come up onto the second deck, you have the yellow and the black ink that picks up here. And again, you hang the plates just like we do downstairs. And then on the top level, we have where the paper already has the ink on it. All right, as the paper comes up through the units or the towers themselves, we have cameras that go across the sheets. These cameras will help pull your ink in, your registration in as tight as it can possibly be. And it also helps set the ink, the densities that are on each page, so you have the proper looking pages, all proper color going across the pages even. You see all the pages come here, but then they go down there, and that's where it's originally gets its first fold. Where it gets folded, we cut the paper and then we fold it right here. This is our folder. You can see the papers coming out of the press. We have a machine here that it basically cuts and folds the papers and sends it out. The papers will go out on this conveyor and go over into our packaging department where they will do the finished product.
We handle different types of advertising, from ROP, which is run on press, where the ads are printed right on our newspaper, and also we do pre-print materials, which are sales inserts for national advertisers as well as local storage. So once our newspapers are printed at night or during the day, there's a ton of logistics involved, right? So it leaves our facility, it's trucked down to distribution centers, to our customers' doorsteps, not just our subscribers, but our commercial print clients, businesses. Once the papers reach our distribution centers, we have carriers coming in between the hours of midnight to 2 a.m., collect the papers and deliver to our readers' doorsteps. We're a modern print facility. We can handle most projects and execute on a high level, and our customer service is second to none. But what sets us apart from everybody else is our team members. Our dedicated team, takes a lot of pride in what we do, and our reputation means everything to us.